Remember when you were a kid and you would just laugh, right? You didn't stop yourself. You weren't embarrassed. You weren't ashamed. Like if someone fell, you laughed in their face. The second they fell, you're like, haha, you're stupid. Walk much, right? You just laughed at it. You did not like now as a grown up when someone falls, you're like, oh my God, are you okay? And then you turn around and go, did you see that? That was amazing. Oh my God. Not like now. See, I still have that. I have the sense of humor of a 4-year-old. I do everything kids think is funny, I think is funny too. Like, I still think farts are the funniest thing on the planet. Thank you, me and like 6 people. Really? Really, a room full of grown folk? You're gonna sit here and act like you've never been in the bathroom, someone cut one and you tried not to laugh? Yeah, there we go, there we go. That is a universal situation. Don't be afraid of the ties that bind us. I'll prove to you that farts are still funny. I was recently at a buffet. Don't judge me. We've already discussed this. I'm a foodie. Buffets are like carnivals for foodies. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you show up at a buffet, you're like a little kid. You're like, oh my God, there's food everywhere. There's steak and bacon wrapped shrimp and a salad bar for some reason. Every time I see someone at a salad bar at a buffet, I just want to take their plate away and go, get out. Don't you mock us with your salad eating. So I'm at this buffet, right? And I go to the bathroom. It's me, this woman in the middle stall, and a lady and her 4-year-old daughter. Really cute little girl, right? Now, the woman in the middle farted. Wait for it, because here's the important part. It wasn't one that you could get past. See? All of a sudden, you all know what I'm talking about, right? Why? Because normally when it happens, it's a little sound, and you're like, she didn't know that was coming. Yeah, that was a surprise to everybody involved. And you know she didn't know, because the second it happened, she was like, Jesus. She got startled. But this, no. This was an I ran to the bathroom because I didn't know what was gonna follow this. And we've all been there, too. Where like 1 second you're talking to somebody and the next you're like, I gotta get out of here like right now. This is not safe for anyone. Because it went on for like 2 minutes. That's an ungodly amount of time. Can we just discuss, guys? After 30 seconds, call a doctor. What did you eat? It's dangerous now. It's like a drum solo. It was like a brrr, and then like it just kept going. It just kept going and going. And here's the thing, in that situation, we all do the same thing. What do? You shut up immediately. Right? Like the second it happens, you're like, nobody can know I'm here. And you become the quietest you've ever been. Right? If you're like me, I am seriously, I'm like a ninja with it. My feet are up on the seat. I'm not breathing. I won't even leave the stall, because what if I leave and she leaves at the same time? Like, if we make eye contact, it's over. I'm gonna laugh. I mean, I've already seen her shoes. Her cover's blown. So here's the thing. I am acing this situation. Acing it. Until the little girl in the last stall completely blows it for me. Because she goes, ew! That's what's gonna do me in. That's what makes it hard for me to diet, is my love of food. That and my confidence. It's got way too much confidence to diet. Because here's the thing, and let me explain it to you guys. I don't have, I feel like to lose weight, you gotta look at yourself and go, you know what? I'm getting a little big. Gotta lose some weight. My problem is no matter how big or small that I get, I look at myself and I go, looking good, kid. You look amazing. Keep up the good work. And confidence will mess me up. And don't get me wrong, I'm not cocky, I'm delusional. It's a big problem. It's an issue. I have what I like to call Latina confidence. Yeah. Latina confidence, guys. And you know we're confident. I know we have Latin people here. I know we have Latinos here. What's up, Latinos? Hi. Yeah. We have confidence for days, Latin women. People are always saying Latin women are so sexy. It's all in our confidence, guys. And you know we're confident because you've seen us in stuff we should not be wearing. We don't care what you mere mortals think of us. You think we can't hear you whispering? You guys are like, how far does spandex stretch? We're still running the tests. We'll let you know when we're done. I did find out recently that I had to lose weight. Here's how I found out. Because I went to one of those fancy gyms. Because let me explain my gym journey first, because I went to a few different gyms, okay? Here's what happened. Okay, when you first go to a gym, you're not looking for a great gym, you're looking for a great deal, right? You're looking for a place that's not gonna charge you an arm and a leg. So I went to the most ghetto gym in the world. It didn't even have a name, it just said gym above a door. It was embarrassing. So I'm at this ghetto gym my first day, and I'm running on the treadmill. And if you've been to a gym, you already know the trainers come by and they try to sell you packages. That's their job. So I'm on the treadmill, and this tiny little paperweight of a woman walks up to my treadmill, and she's like, "Excuse me? Excuse me? I just wanted to alert you of some of your target areas." I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. You can just keep it moving. She's like, well, you probably want to work on your stomach because it's a little flabby and your thighs are kind of big. I know. I was like, ma'am, this is how people get shot in my neighborhood. For your own safety, I'm going to have to ask you to leave now. She just kept going. She's like, well, here's what I do. I don't eat any carbs after 9. I don't drink any juice after 11. I don't have any thoughts, feelings, or emotions after 12. I was like, oh my God, someone get her a hug and a cookie. What is wrong with your life? Now go away. She's like, no! That would have been so great if it happened. Yeah, but she just looked at me. I was like, did you just blow in my face? I was like, I gotta stop watching cartoons. That stuff does not work. So then I started going to an MMA gym, which I don't know if anybody's ever done any mixed martial arts, but it's dope, it's awesome, makes you feel awesome. It really does. And it was so cute because I'd be with my girlfriends and they'd be like, oh my God, I ran like 5 miles today. I'd be like, that's adorable, I'm a ninja. Continue running, I'll be fighting crime. I remember the coolest thing I ever saw at that gym was 2 guys having a conversation. And one guy walked up to the other guy and he goes, bro, you're getting fat. And the other guy went, true. That was the end of the conversation, guys. That was it. He accepted his weight gain with grace and moved on with his life. I could never do that with one of my girlfriends. I could never just walk up to one of my girlfriends and go, you're really getting fat, Cindy. She'd be like, I'm gonna go cut myself for an hour. You can just shake me out of the fetal position whenever you feel necessary. But I couldn't keep training there because I was on the road. So on the road, I went to this big fancy gym. And here's the story. I went to the gym and they sat me down for an assessment before they'd let me use any of their fancy equipment. So I sit down with the trainer and he starts saying stuff I've never heard before, like BMI charts and body fat percentages. And I was like, oh my God, I'm scientifically fat? I can't fight the power on this anymore. Not when there's a hypothesis involved. So he handed me a meal plan to which I said, no, thank you. Because no, I'm not good at dieting anymore. I'm just not. I'm not. I start off with good intentions. I do. Like I'll start off the day and I'll be like, good, you had an egg white omelet, Gina, congratulations. You had a grapefruit as a snack, that's amazing. Time for some cheesecake. I think you deserve a reward. You did a bunch of good eating. Makes sense. Makes sense. And don't get me wrong, I would love to have a baby. I mean, not physically, because it looks uncomfortable. I would love to acquire a baby. Like leave a trail of Skittles or something. Just have one follow me home. Good baby. Because I think they're awesome. I really do. I think my favorite age for kids is that toddler age. Yeah, right? Because they have this cute, they have no filter, first of all. They have no filter. And that's what I connect with. Because I struggle with that. I struggle a lot with not having a filter. But I get in way more trouble than kids do. Kids say whatever they want, and we think it's adorable. I say something wrong, and my brain is like, you really should have checked with me before you let that one slip out. It's the beauty of being a kid. They can test the waters. They can say whatever. And they will, because kids don't have a filter till you put it in as the grown-up, right? Like, you ever been insulted by a kid? Yeah, it legitimately hurts your feelings, doesn't it? But you can't say anything about it. Because they'll just walk right up to you and be like, you're ugly, and then walk away. Right? And you just gotta stand there like, adorable. He's so cute. I just want to hug him around the neck. He's adorable. But when you think about it, you know what I mean? That kid isn't trying to mess with you. Like, if that kid said you're ugly, it's because he genuinely thinks you're ugly. But like, so ugly, he had to stop whatever he was doing and inform you of the situation. Like he was doing something and he was like, no, put the Legos away. What is that? Get it fixed. What's wrong with you? I can barely keep my Lunchables down, guys. The last time I was insulted by a kid, I was in church. I am a churchgoer. What? Yeah, praise him. All right. Yay. And of course, you know, so we're in the basement of the church, and it's a Latino church, so you know, it's like someone's house. They put a T on it, and we just... So they're serving food, because it's Latino church. And my boyfriend's niece is sitting across from me, and I get up to go get food, and she goes, Gina, are you gonna get pasta? And I'm like, no, sweetheart, I think I'm gonna get a salad. And she goes, good, because you're not so skinny anymore. I know, so I was like, hey, you're not supposed to say stuff like that. And literally, without skipping a beat, she goes, maybe I'm joking. I would have been mad, but she started hysterically laughing at her own joke. Now that I'm married, I'm constantly on guard, because I'm a jealous woman. I'm not gonna lie, this is the biggest issue he has to deal with. I'm jealous, man. You would think it would chill out when I got married. If you talk to my husband a second too long. I'm like, I don't know what your game is with this flirty line of questioning, but I don't like it. I'll be taking over from now on. And yes, he will have fries. I see you. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you. People get intrusive with their questions. They'll be like, oh my gosh, how tall is your husband? Husband height. What cologne does he wear? Scent of my husband. His favorite movies are Wedding Video. You can leave now. They don't tell you this, but when you get married to somebody, you marry the entire bibliography of their issues. And you marry their family who gave them those issues. Like his mom never made him clean up his clothes as a kid. Guess whose problem that is now? My husband will leave little piles of clothing on the floor as if he was raptured out of our apartment. I'm like, were you never beaten as a child for this? We were clearly raised differently. I noticed one time he had an argument with his mom in front of me, and I was shocked because I didn't realize you could argue with your parents. Like, Latinos live in fear of our parents well into our early hundreds.
right? Like, I'm not trying to argue. I love life. He saw how shocked I was. He was like, don't worry, I would never talk to you like that. And I was like, I don't suggest it. You're a sound sleeper. Why do I know this? When you get married, you gotta get used to somebody being in your space all the time. Like when I was single, I woke up alone a lot. Now every time I wake up, I'm like, ah! Oh, it's you. It's like 100 times in a row. Maybe you can get a hobby or something. That'll surprise me once in a while. Everybody wants to give you marriage advice when you get married. Some of it's helpful, most of it's trash. Because they don't know how your relationship works. But everybody wants to guide you. One of my girlfriends told me, if your husband acts up, just withhold sex. And I was like, what did I do? That punishment affects both of us. I don't like your methods. Don't go to sleep angry, that's another one. I go to sleep angry all the time. Because he falls asleep before me and I'm just like, oh, you got nothing to overthink right now? Okay. I had to get used to being responsible to another person too. That was hard, man. When my husband asked me if I paid my credit card bill, I gotta stop myself from being like, none of your business, bro. Because then I remember like, oh yeah, it is his business. And no.